Now, we didn't start with trench tech, unfortunately. That is a really good one. That's like the only tech you need for trenchers. So we started with enhanced payloads. Perfect, bombs. Hello, everyone. My name is DIGRACIAN, and welcome back to the start of another Age of Wonders Planetfall series with our My Galactic Empire mode. So we're going to start on a new planet. Now, we can briefly look over all that we have accomplished thus far on this channel. It's my heart swells with pride to see all of my babies growing up and conquering their own planets. We started back here on Spirit Rise with DIGRACIAN Mountain Mover, the Emperor. We have we did some Celestian Kirko, some what was this? Synumbra Assembly, and then we did Shakarn Promethean. We did Synthesis Vanguard. We did what's the Amazon, what was this? This was Void Tech. So what was this one? What is your, Heritor, that's right, Amazon Heritor. And then we finally did Syndicate Xenoplague with Father Bill, Tentacle Lover. So now we are on to a new planet. So we've conquered all of these cool planets. We've had multiple lava planets, a planet with invisible enemies. We had this void planet, and then we most recently conquered this sci-fish planet. So it's time to look at a new world. Now, actually, first let's double check. I think I want to leave everybody on except for Tarvok, to be honest. So everybody can show up except for Tarvok, and that's fine with me. I think Father Bill actually has some pretty decent skills, and I think that Tarvok does not. Tarvok gets a bunch of skills like that benefit by having like more shield swarm stuff for other Kirko and more like Celestian related stuff like the soul burn and that kind of stuff. It just doesn't synergize well with anything other than himself, unfortunately. So we're going to leave him out. In progression, we have Xenoplague's our highest. Devar is actually not bad up here, 10, and then we have Void Tech is pretty low. So we're definitely going to want to, if we get Void Tech quests, Celestian quests, Synumbra quests, we're going to want to do those if we can because we're very low on those. Now, I know I haven't done an Oathbound faction yet. Oathbound was the very first faction I ever played on this channel. It was before I started the My Galactic Empire. I just did like a random game with them when they were new. So I may add them in, but I'm just not feeling it at the moment. I think I'd like to go back to DIGRACIAN Mountain Mover and take him in again. He is a very fun character, and I recently had a person comment on one of my videos. They dared imply that the Devar and the explosives weaponry aren't very good, and so from now on this channel is exclusively a Devar channel, and you're gonna have to deal with it. And that's some Grays and Style Smack Talk for you right there. You know who you are. So we have Deer's Antlers, Mycelians, Razor Claw. Okay, yeah, we have a whole bunch of these actually, but there's still a lot more to unlock. So let's take a look at our planets that we have available and see what kinds of stuff we can bring in with us. So Conquer New World. I think I looked at these at the end of the last episode. PESMD, yep. This is a, wow, very small lava planet. Psychoactive crystals. Psionica spawners. Ugh. Imaging stalactites. Now, psionicas are going to be good against our armored units because it's going to go through armor. So that's going to be unfortunate for us if we end up doing this one. Boldag has chameleonic adaptations. No thanks. Oh yeah, this is the one that I'd love to unlock Paragons. I don't really care for them, but there's a couple units that are pretty good. But I do not want to fight excessive levels of Paragon spawns when they're invisible. I'm not on board for that at this particular moment. So let's head back to this one here. Ivaria's... Wait a minute. Can we rename this? I might have to randomize these planets. I can't have another planet named the same thing. All right, I'm gonna randomize the planets for the first time on this channel. I'm sorry, everyone. All right, we have Jorat's Final. Oh, a Grail. Grail detected. Now this isn't a very high complexity map, but I do want the Grail. What's over here? Dio's Lament again. Stop naming the planets the same thing. Damn it. Oh, here we go. Shadow Wreathed. What's this do? All player-owned units gain universal camouflage. Oh god, and unlocks the relic Misfortune's Paw. That's not bad. Here all along, there's an alliance of one Shakarn and 2 other empires present on this world. Viral bombed. Biochemical hazards are common. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Molarics, marked for reassembly. No. So it's either going to be this Grail one, which I'm interested in. What's this one? The Voidbringers will invade. Oh, dear God. And then over here we have Terranium 4. There's a Holy Crusade. There's an alliance of 3 Celestian empires on this world. My God. Scorched World. Yeah, they crusaded successfully, it sounds like. Unit and building energy upkeep is increased 20%. I want to unlock this Grail. Tactical operations do not cost any energy. Oh, nice. Claiming the Grail grants you substantial imperial renown and experience boost. Completing the secondary objective will trigger a victory condition. So, actually completing this Grail quest could win us the game. So this could be a quick one. Each defensive pact you form with other commanders. So this might be a very PvE type of planet. Me versus the planet rather than versus the other players. But, you know, I don't know. I mean, crazy stuff happens. So let's turn the AI just up to hard. We'll leave the rest of these things as they are. I don't really want to. I guess I could put this on random, but it wanted it as continent, so maybe I'll just leave that. And let's select commander here. So let's take in DIGRACIAN Mountain Mover, the Void Tech Devar. Next, choose requisition items. So now, well, let's see. So we have explosives and we have Void Tech. So we have kinetic stuff and explosive stuff. So that, you know, that could look like something like the Vanguard Engineer, because they can summon a turret that uses the kinetic stuff. We probably need something melee. No, we have the Void Hammer guys, actually. Let me pause and think a little bit about this, and then I will come back when I've made some selections. So for units, I pulled in the RPR Stalker. It's just such a fun unit to use, and it uses kinetic, so we'll definitely have stuff for that. I went ahead and brought in the Vanguard Engineer for obvious reasons. It's got the same sort of kinetic usefulness on the turret that it summons. It inherits all those mods, as well as then we can use the Engineer to repair our other machinery, and the Devar have a pretty good host of machinery to use. And I struggled with a third one, and I'm sure that there's better choices, but I ended up, you know what? Wait a minute. Wait, maybe I want the Hopperhound Blade Maw. And the reason I want this is because I wanted something else that's like kind of a melee unit that does kinetic damage. And you know what? This is actually not bad, because if we keep it alive long enough, it actually even evolves. And actually these can jump onto things, which is pretty useful. So I don't know if I'll be picking this up early, but it's something I can at least look at. So for operations, let me go ahead and grab my favorite replicating restoration. I'm never not taking that. It's just so freaking good. And then let me look at the rest of these. I'll probably look for a strategic operation and a, what are those called? Doctrine. So I'll pause and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got replicating restoration, I've got security drones. I think that could be useful, because that way I can go off and actually do things and leave my settlements, at least my border settlements, to fend for themselves. Those drones should make the auto combat pretty easy. And then, of course, shock and awe from the Vanguard. Holy hell. Explosive attacks gain plus 20% accuracy, 10% damage, and 1 extra level of stagger impact. Grenade attacks also gain plus 2 range. Are you kidding me? So obviously I went ahead and popped the Vanguard Trooper in there as well. So now what we probably want to do is find some sort of grenade. Just everybody needs to have grenades all the time. I know that we have a grenade with Void Tech. The what is that grenade called? I can't remember. Let me pause here and put some of these what are these called, mods in. Went ahead and taken exploitative targeting systems. I think this is a pretty good all-around tier 1 mod here. The syndicate mod that gives accuracy. The flanking is okay. It's a little bit better with Devar trenchers because they're a single action attacker, like basically a long range shotgun. So they have a little bit more freedom to run around into position and get that flanking shot, especially towards the end of a battle, or if there's just one big enemy left that we're surrounding with a bunch of little units. This also gives a little bit of extra damage. So this can be nice on a variety of different units, and this can be put on any unit. So that's kind of nice to always have that available. I took the grounding harness. I think this is an unexciting but pretty no-brainer acquisition here for this army because it gives stagger resistance, +2 arc resistance, and an armor. So this is a perfect mod for our vehicles, for our machinery. That way they can not get staggered, have a little more defense, and of course make up for their weakest attribute, which is almost always going to be arc defense. This is a Amazon mod, so this is a really good one to have with machinery. And nanite injectors. Again, I couldn't find anything super exciting, nothing explosive or grenadey or anything like that. There are such mods, but I don't have any available right now. I have to get a little further in some of those trees, but this one I'm thinking will go on our Void Hammer Devar units from the Void Tech tree so that they can run in and be a little bit tankier. This is really nice because it leaves 1 point, and our Void guys only have 1 attack. So they'll always be able to use this and then still attack if they want to, or go into defense mode, or use their duplication ability. The duplicate will get the same benefit. And this also increases the damage resistance in all channels by 3 for 2 rounds. So that's pretty good for making somebody a little bit tankier. Healing 15, reducing all damage taken, and gives a point of armor. So I think that's kind of a no-brainer one as well. So unexciting, but these will be helpful, especially I think this one on our vehicles, at least early. Later in the game, we probably won't want to waste a slot of a tier 1 mod on vehicles, but it's quite possible. You know, if we end up in a war with, say, assembly or something, and we're getting, you know, arc damage just from every direction, this might be an absolute no-brainer. It's just good all around. It's just very specific to arc damage channels, but of course that's what vehicles are weak to. So let's launch the game with this setup.
As directors of the Devar Consortia, you know that one has to dig deep to find true value. The collapse of the Star Union left you stranded on inhospitable worlds. This forged your iron will and ardent hearts. As your consortium reemerges to extract the treasures of the past, heed where you send your machines. Not everything deserves to be crushed and processed in the name of profit.
All right, so we've got Tholian's Gulch is the name of the planet. Now there's a grail on here somewhere which we want to acquire so we can start getting those extra benefits in the My Galactic Empire mode. This is a watery planet, actually, 60% water. I think this might be the most water we've ever had. Actually, the last planet might have been like 59% water, so maybe that's a little bit dramatic, but certainly that's a pretty high water value for us. So let's get started. Now, the Devar have hilarious water vehicles. Basically, they have like these dreadnought ships that fire big explosive cannons that need to reload after they fire. They're pretty funny. Okay. Oh, yeah, there's also a bug. What is that bug? If you have one of their units... Oh, what is it called? There's, let me get the compendium. Is it a dread? It's like a dreadnought, isn't it? Yeah, see, they have this broadside bombardment. Unit must reload after using this ability. If you use this ability and you have a specific mod on, you cannot have it reload. So I can't remember what that is. If I remember, I will try to look that up and put that in the comments. So look down below to see if I've put that in. But yeah, there's some kind of bug where with a specific mod on the ship, it disables its ability to reload, so you can only use the cannon one time. So do watch out for that if you ever play Devar. I don't know if that bug was ever fixed or not. I'll have to look into that, especially if I'm going to be playing Devar on a watery planet where I'm probably going to get those ships eventually. So let's take a look at our starting planet here. We have the Noble Quest. This is to get the Grail. Sure, that could be a quick type of thing. And the Imperial Uplink, yes, peace through power, defensive. Yeah, okay. So it's going to be hard for us to get Imperial Renown. So hopefully we get those requests that are offered to us, because we're not going to get a lot of Imperial Renown through this. How much do we get here? 200. And then an extra 200 for completing the whole thing. No, that's not bad. That's not bad. And then the Grail obviously would give us a lot, but of course we just win if we do that. So let's get started here. We're going to have a scout. Now, these aren't too bad as scouts in terms of combat early on because they've got the stagger on that bomb. So they can mess with enemies pretty well. Gotta pick up over here. Energy. Something right here. It is production? Production stash. Let's head for that one first. Or do we want to go down here and start exploiting resources? Probably that. Let's prospect. Probably want to get a handful of scouts a little bit early and have them auto-explore, because I think they do auto-exploit. So we started with enhanced payloads. Perfect. Bombs. You know who you are. I'm excited for the bombs. Subjugation ordnance. Perfect. Oh my god, I'm getting so many good early techs here. Upgrade commander. So we are level 7 to start out. So that is ridiculous. So that means next level is modular extension, which is freaking awesome. So void bullets is a no-brainer. 50% of penalties from cover and units in the way is ignored. Siege Master. All units in this hero's army get damage resistance in all channels while in cover. That's going to happen all the time. Shield Modulator. All units in the army get +1 shield. Then we have the same thing up here for armor. +1 armor. Confirm. God, he's such a great commander. Probably want Vitality. Deadeye. We have 9 points left to spend. We started with the laser drone that is... drone deployment laser. I think that's a ranged unit. And flechette ammunition. That's good, actually. Okay, so we want to save... How many points do we want to save? Where's the thing that makes you... Oh, status effects. Resistance to all units in the army. Oh my god, what a fantastic... Oh my god, what a great commander. So we can spend 3 more points. 3 more points. 3 more points. We've got a phase shift, a teleport. It's got a 7 range. Could get you out of dodge. Oh, but Watchman, yeah. Overwatch on all primary attacks has an increased 20% accuracy with Overwatch. So we'll want that. The 20% accuracy will be very helpful. Okay, so we still have 4 points left. That's perfect. We'll save those for our first level up, which could take a while. We'll see. We also started with 2 trenchers, the foreman. Now, we didn't start with the trench tech, unfortunately. That is a really good one. That's like the only tech you need for trenchers. But we'll make do with that. We started with our foreman, which is, of course, very important because we need to blow things up with bombs. And we've got our Echo Walker, our hammerers here. Pretty cool units. They look like they're wearing very low poly boxing gloves for some reason. But I do like their single eye in the middle. That's pretty cool. So we're going to mod these guys out pretty well, I think, in this game. Hopefully we can make good use of them. So we have over here a very basic army. Now we have a Lightbringer. These are actually quite dangerous. So can we get there this turn? I know we're a little bit slow. Yeah, we can get there this turn. So how much time do I have left? Wasn't sure how much time I spent getting this episode going. Let's do a manual combat for the first one just so we can watch DIGRACIAN just absolutely shred through everything with his overpowered starting at level 7. All my units have extra shield, extra armor, extra status effect resistances, extra damage channel resistances. Now we have, you know what? We don't need to go in because we can make a drone. And we want to go back to here and motivate DIGRACIAN. And then we want to go over to, like, say, here. Set up our own cover. I've got a bunch of jumpies. These two are going to jump in. Well, fly in and jump in. And this one's going to blind us if we're too clumped up. So we do have to be very careful about that. So let's get this character over to, say, here. And we're going to run in on the flanks with this character and echo shift or whatever this is called. What's this called? Quantum echo. Like on a flanking attack over here. We have this scout over here. Let's just get you to say here. Alright, that sounds good to me. Okay, he's jumped in. We'll want to stagger him if we can. She's going to use up her blind, I'm guessing. Yes, so she used up her blind on only one unit. I don't know if it... didn't see if it actually worked. I don't think it did. So this one's getting wounded here, so we may want to run in and heal this character. So let's stay where we are because we got targeted, and that's going to make us vulnerable to all damage. So let's go ahead and pop our Quantum Echo in here. And then we're going to want to beat, and that'll push this guy back. Bam. So he's knocked out of his Overwatch. Is this a range of 1? It is. There we go, perfect. Stagger. Can't stagger that one. Really huge damage.
Enemy eliminated.
So it's hard to hit in defense mode.
Enemy destroyed.
Just kidding, not hard enough to hit. And these things cost no points, or cost no money, because of the parameters of the mission. So let's just go ahead and use one of these. Doesn't cost us any money. It costs us our 2 points, but we're not going to use those the rest of this turn strategically. It is. She's shooting the copy. That does not matter at all. The copy can run up here and completely bonk her out of existence. Bonk.
Enemy destroyed. Our forces are victorious.
Right, that was super fun. I am excited to be back. Let's get the Specialist Training Center because I don't know if I want this here. The biofarm? Yeah, it looks like I don't want food here. I'm going to want production. So, okay. So let's go ahead and pop that in there. Now, let's get the Central Replicator Factory first, and then we have no other techs to work on. No other structures because we haven't teched anything. Words are failing me today. Oh, we leveled up again. No, it's just telling us we have those 4 points. Okay. Please stop telling me to upgrade my commander. Please, please. Please, I know. I know he leveled up. Please. Okay. God. Leave me alone. So we found 37 production. That's not bad. That actually finished our building up for us, which is awesome. So now we have not a lot to work on. That's actually quite interesting, isn't it? So let's get into the techs here. We want this one right away for the trenches. And the Ironbreaker mods are actually not bad either, especially on our hammers because it bypasses armor. And here we want frontier facilities and then possibly aquatic deployment. Depends on if we run into rivers. Let me cancel that so I don't accidentally work on that. I'm not sure if I need that or not. So here we have a 440. This should be super easy. We'll just auto this. Oh, allow them to retreat, sure. Some science. You know what I might do is actually grab no, not a foreman, sorry. Another trencher. No, maybe I will grab another foreman. Actually, to replace the scout, so the scout can go off and actually do scouty things. There's a 480 in here, but should be not too bad here. Let's go ahead and auto these that look easy. Yep, that's healing we'll get in one turn. And you can't reach that one. Let's just go this away. Ah. So we passed that. I just completely passed that. I don't know how I didn't see that. Perimeter security. So we have our fortification tools are ready. So let's go ahead and mod that up now. Fortification tools. Should I give them flechette ammunition? It's pretty darn useful early on. Oh, rail accelerators. Because bleeding enemies, like, they don't often live long enough to bleed out that much, but they do take extra kinetic damage, and that's a lot of what we're doing right now. So maybe let's just do it for the fun. It is fun. The supplier? Well, yeah. Supplier of what? Now let's go back to our old trencherist. There we go. Or trencherer. Yeah, there we go. That's what it was. The trencherers. Frontier facilities. We can put a hold on this building for now. That'll let us build the bulwarks. Those are really nice, though. They're very nice to have. Factory overdrive. Thermodynamics. Society research. Well, we can annex something now. Probably want to grab this one because we can get food and a little extra early science. Plus 10 knowledge, plus 5 more if it's in research, but I think we're going to turn that into food. So early on, what am I thinking here? Might be good to just grab this ahead of time. So that our scouts can start going over the water if they need to. The Forgotten are here. Okay, we would like to offer our services. We seek a path, blah, blah, blah. Synthetic lust is not life's purpose. Our procreative instinct is creator's most precious gift to life. It is how we become creators ourselves. These so-called pleasure bots are an abomination. These vulgar agents of entropy mock the precious biological dance. They decay the sacred bonds of attraction. Keep life sacred. Dispose of them. My God, the drama, except I don't want to, but you made me an offer I couldn't refuse. Money. Let's go ahead and prospect that while we split our team up here for a second. Unexploited sector. We're going to make that into food. Some early food. Pop an early character into production, I think. Maybe a couple. It might change. If I do this... No, we still can't get him in one turn. We're so close! Oh, it's going to be one production off, isn't it? Yeah, 115. Yep. It would be. It's going to be at 249 like this. Oh, that sucks. Oh my God. That's so frustrating. Okay. Let's go back and grab this. 27 research. Ooh, we finished something. Did we?
The sea.
The sea. Food development. It looks like we're going to get an early research. So let's grab that next. Probably grab this next. Prospector gains some production. That's awesome. That's what's really nice about the Devar is that all these early production prospect finds really boost your early game along. And that could make a huge difference. Oh no, already? Supermoons. 100% increased science income. Every 2 turns during tactical combat, a wave of psionic energy washes over the battlefield that has a 4 strength chance to apply Broken Mind. Well, that's a little hard to pass up, you know? I may have to pop people into science just for that early boost. And we're still going to grow in 1 turn, so let's pop. Yeah, everybody's making 10 science. Okay, so I can go up to 110 science on turn 5. That's a lot. That is a lot. So that's I mean, what are we looking at here? We're looking at 150 research to research some of these things, maybe less. So that's almost a tech a turn. That's like 3 techs every 4 turns or so. That's a lot of tech, actually. Okay, I'm happy with that. Okay, let's play the game. Where is the sector? Where's the prospecting spot? Got it. I never get that right. This is probably the city center here, so let's clear that out. Let them retreat. Okay, and then let's back up to here. All right, we'll go kill these bots here. It actually looks like we're all out of time, unfortunately. I want to keep playing, but I got to call this episode to an end. Okay. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. I hope this is going to be another fun playthrough. And in addition, we're going to get that Grail and get some cool unlocks. Plus, we're going to play with some very leveled up characters, like our DIGRACIAN coming in at level 7 and all these cool extra operations and stuff. Hey, don't spit out units already. Oh, shit. All right, so I'm going to call this episode to a close here. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. I hope you will enjoy this series. Please consider liking and subscribing. I would really, really, really appreciate it. And I will see you in episode 2.